nothing new. Just just kind of living, existing.
Yeah, yeah, well, it's all right. It's all right. What about in the game? Did you have time to play? How that went for you?
I played last week a little bit. At least the games that I played on Mercy went well. But I know that there's not very often that happens. So yeah, no, it so far at least last. I was gonna open the game here to see, but I think I
Yeah,
played 4 or 5 games. Since we talked. And I think from all of them, I think I won 3. Just double check here, but I think that's it. I played uh 3 of them. I think I played Mercy, and 2 of them played Juno. The ones I did play Juno, I lost, unfortunately.
that's okay.
um,
That's okay.
but yeah, the last few games that I play on Mercy, yeah, they were all good. Good input from the DPS as well, which was some something. Um, and they kept saying thank you to me. But I made a double check here.
Okay.
So
What kind of character wanna focus on with you today? Is it gonna be Mercy or you wanna focus on Juno?
I want to do Mercy. Yeah. Yeah. So 5 days ago. Oh, all the games that I played was a win. Oh, cool. I thought
Nice.
if I did lost. But yeah. So 5 days ago, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses and 6 wins. Most of them are all Mercy. Let me see. I think it is. Yeah, Mercy, Mercy. Oh, there's one Nana. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This played quite well on Nana.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's,
so. We will not
but
show
I
too
prefer.
many details. Yeah, we kind of look at the Mercy
Yeah.
and then probably we can also look at others later, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but yeah. Mainly just kind of learn Mercy. I think is the main one for me. So
Yeah, yeah, sounds good. Okay, then let's choose the game where you felt like you did your best and it was sort of close game, like we said, and that would be good.
okay, let me see. I don't think this one was. Mm, I don't think this one was really good, but I have questions for you, so
Of
I
course.
may go with this one. Let me give you the code.
Of course, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, I think this one would be good.
All right, all right. Can you remind me what's your rank currently?
At the moment is flat 1.
Okay, okay, then we'll be good if we go over fundamentals first, and then more likely we'll go over niche details later. Hopefully, we'll be able to climb as well, and should be all good. If they're gonna be on any obstacles though, then we can talk about everything later on too. That's all good. And yeah, don't forget you
Yep.
can always answer. Oh well, you can always ask the questions. Maybe if there are any sort of timestamps you wanna send me between the sessions too. It's all good. It's all good.
Yep. Sounds good.
All
Uh,
right.
e- Okay. We send it to you on the private chat because I can't seem to send it there.
Oh, you. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You can send it in Discord DM. Should be
Yeah.
all good. Okay. Well, let's just start with. Why did you choose that code? Do you remember what do you struggle with? What you felt like you did well? Stuff like that.
So mainly, I remember seeing this game, and I played Mercy for the first part of it, the first start.
Mhm.
For first point, we were starting an attack in Numbani, and I realized that we weren't getting anything. Nothing was happening.
Uh,
When I remember we had a soldier and the Genji, and the Genji kind of kept going in and dying.
yeah.
And while I was playing as well, I had like mentally thinking, and some questions that I would have for you. So that as well. But then for the second part of it, I played Juno, because then I knew that nothing was gonna happen too much. So yeah, then I decided to uh, play Juno just for the end of it. But we lost it pretty quickly. Well, our team got very overwhelmed very quickly, and as on these situations, I think I chose this one in particular because I felt like I couldn't do anything on Mercy. I know that she can be very much on that. Uh, yeah, my questions is when something like that happens, what should I do? I think the first thing that after I can ask you the small questions that I have between the gameplay, but yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
of course,
a
of
good one.
course. And I do remember we wanted to talk about how to be proactive and make things happen. Because as a
Yeah,
Mercy, especially when you don't have too much offensive utility, well, even as Juno too, I think you need to find ways to carry the game through your movements, through just being able to divert enemy attention and supporting the
yeah,
right person too. So there's gonna be a
yeah,
lot about that, and obviously you don't have too well, there's no offensive kit you have. There's still possibility for you to go a little bit more aggressive during the Valkyrie mod, or let's say on Juno you have that ultimate too. That's
yeah,
also possible, but other than that, I think it's mostly just gonna be diverting the enemy attention, make sure you support the right people. If we look at the Ana, for example, they're just more offensive, and you more, well, just being able to support the right person, sort of support.
yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, let's start with this what here, and then if there gonna be any questions along during this what, let me know. I can answer all the questions. Let's just start with, since we wanted to talk about proactivity, and remember we wanted to talk about target priority too. By looking at this comp, what do you feel like your priorities would be and why? Who you would prioritize
So,
supporting?
so you see that immediately there. I'm already putting in my bean on soldier. Yeah, because I
Soldier?
know the, yeah, because I know the out of. I usually, if for example I had a Cassidy or a soldier, I would go for the Cassidy because I know the soldier have more mobility, have ways of sustaining himself a bit more. So then I would go with the Cassidy to help him out more. Remember watching a video from Spilo a while back. Kind of, he was asking like, why would you pocket a Pharaoh? Why is that like a job for Mercy? And I was like, oh, I just know that it's but it's like, yeah, no. On this case, I know the hog he can self-sustain himself, and the tracer a Mercy should know. Getting pocket a tracer in any way, shape whatsoever. And I know because it's basically she would come for me for healing, and I need to make sure that she needs whatever she needs help. But I know that I don't need to stay with her, and let alone hog, especially when we have an Ana. I know that she will kind of prioritize that. But then there will have another questions along the way that it will kind of change because the comp has changed
Yeah,
throughout the game. But yeah, so far for this now, I immediately, as you see, I go for soldier because I know that he will be the person getting the most value from me right now. But
exactly.
I know that would be good as well from a hog perspective to, of course, if he's around me to every time he hooks, also provide that. Sometimes if the tracers focus someone down and I'm close to her, blue beam as well. If Anna as well, I know blue beam as well is kind of finding the small little values here and there that can
Yeah,
do,
exactly.
do more.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, default soldier on this case. Yeah,
Exactly. And it's always good question to ask why we support the right person. And you kind of described in there because we are on the soldier, they gonna have more value on the field. Obviously, there also might be other characters depending on the situation. Let's say you have Farah, let's say you have Echo, but I think to just generalize it, there are always gonna be certain triggers which you can base your support on, and if you look at those triggers, then it's going to be easier for you to decide who you're going to be supporting. So something what I usually start with to make it easy, just anybody who is taking off angles on the map, anybody who is going to be slightly away from their core, this is going to be your support. This is going to be your attention would be on those angles quite a lot, I would say. So in this case, soldiers taking an off angle, a lot of the times they might be separated with their team, so that would be pretty okay target. This would be kind of number
Yep.
one focus, like you said. And as well, along with that trigger, we could also add something to just simplify. It's going to be damage, just how much continuous damage they can do, or amount of burst damage they can do, or even just cooldowns wise. Yeah, just cooldowns and burst damage together. Because if you look at the characters like Pharah or maybe Echo, why is it a good reason to also support them? Because they're strong cooldowns, which allows them to do a lot of bursts like Echo Beam, maybe together with the bombs, and at the same time, there's going to be a lot of continuous damage or like burst in general. So those would
Yep.
be the good targets. Yeah, and I think if we always understand, depending on the context, who does those two triggers at least, then it's going to be easier for us to decide, because the situation can change. Sometimes your soldier will not be taken off angle. Sometimes they're not able to do as much damage, and maybe somebody can, just based on their cooldowns, based on just general bursts. So you may support them. But yeah,
Yep.
general kind of thoughts, it's always good to have before the game starts. Like, most of your attention goes on the soldier, then maybe a second priority sometimes will be switching to just
Yeah.
peel Diana, and
Yeah.
I think at last it can be between the Trace and the Hog, maybe.
Yeah.
This is how it
100%.
feels. Yeah, this is how it feels.
Yeah.
Why are we doing it this way? Because with the Hog, it's just like I said, more self-sustained. Tracer has a lot of self-sustained too, and I would say this Tracer, they're gonna be flanking a lot. So this is not exactly an off angle. There's gonna be something what's hard for you to support. But once they do take an off angle where it's not too flanky, then I think your attention can be on them actually. So this can be even the higher priority target, stuff like that. So we're just gonna base everything based on those triggers at least. I think those could be good to look at. But yeah, let's see how the first fights would be, and then we'll discuss everything. Okay, so we're starting off with.
One little question.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. Just to say, another general rule of thumb as well is it good to damage boost usually long range heroes, or would you say not really?
It's good, but you wanna base your activity, like base your support on those triggers too. I would say you always want
Okay.
to know, the general rule as well. If you know that when all of this is happening, we're sort of trying to simplify it to, I'm supporting any active member on the field. Yeah, and what activity means is that they're actually doing pressure. And when the pressure happens, it can be based on multiple variables like this here: off angle, damage. So if I see the long range character, maybe the Widow or even Surgeon, they go for the good off angle, they're able to do a lot of damage, they're being active in a way, and make sure this happens. Because sometimes I think a lot of the supports, and just generally speaking the mercies, they're not good at judging like
Yes.
if those targets are even applying pressure or not. So this is something what I
Yeah.
want to look at exactly. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah,
Yep.
you can definitely support the long range too. It just does matter
Okay.
to us. We just need to be making sure that our team is able to do the most pressure, and that's it.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, yeah, does it make sense? Or any more questions before we start too?
So then we'll talk about it as we go.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, let's keep watching then. Okay, so we start our support by going towards the being of the Hog, and then our attention switches towards the soldier. Which, what do you think? Is it viable enough here? Should we be supporting this guy right now, or should we be supporting the Hog? Actually, what you would say based on the triggers right now? Like we talked about off angles damage. What do you think?
Yeah, so I at the moment I went so I saw the tracer went all the way there in the back, so she would go Yeah. So she will take that off and go. I was wondering where our Anna was, which
Right
she
there.
is. Yeah, coming. So I would try to focus on the. Okay, I would try to focus on soldier first, but because Hog is also there, I would keep an eye. So you see that I'm hiding over there in the corner. I would keep an eye whenever he triggers a hook, though I know that Reinhardt has his shield up, but every time I will see it, I would try to flick my damage boost on. But most on this game, I stay on the soldier.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So it seems
I
quite
see there,
alright.
and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm so far away that I'm didn't manage.
Okay. It
And then
seems to
I get
get needed. Yeah.
eaten. Yeah, get eaten by that. I try to go back because I
Nice.
see Genji there. Try to focus me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the first fight goes
Okay.
relatively well. Your Hog actually managed to live the Ryan pin too. They tried to get an environmental kill on him, so was quite lucky they survived, but the fight goes
Yeah.
okay-ish for us, I think. Let's just keep
Then
watching.
yeah.
Okay, attention on soldier, sure. Trying to support
Try
this
to
Ana,
get.
maybe. Okay, sure. Getting a res, why not? Yeah, the first fight goes relatively okay. Let's watch the second one. We also have the Valkyrie. Yeah, let's see who our attention is on. Your soldiers in the front line, so they're gonna be doing the most damage right now. Maybe later we can keep attention on the Hog too, but more so it is gonna be definitely on the soldier here.
Then that happened.
I see, I see. Okay, let's
Yeah, they
maybe...
survived somewhere somehow.
Yeah, so let's maybe just talk about something what can complement the good support, because I would say our attention is relatively fine. Like, you going towards the right targets here. Maybe we can still work on that a little bit more, but I think we can also add how you set up. Yeah, always thinking about that is going to be important. So one general rule of thumb you need to follow is when I know there are multiple groups, for example here, yeah, we see that the soldier goes in and the hull goes in. So that means that those guys possibly can do decent amount of pressure, and you can switch your attention based on who does a lot. Yeah, right now all of them kind of on this main lane. Maybe the soldier does a little bit more damage, so more attention on him. But what you need is you wanna make sure you position so you will be able to fly between the groups in a way. So how it works, usually in the game, you'll notice that generally speaking will be kind of around 3 groups, maybe 2-3 groups. And you see here, there's kind of one group moving in here, but because this Hog is slightly separate, maybe we can name it as like second group. They're actually gonna go deeper, even like on this angle in the building. But then there is also another group at the point 3. Okay, and your positioning should always allow you to fly between the groups if something happens. So my question to you is, there is a better position for us to take which allows us to stay safe while being able to support all those active groups in here? What do you think?
I would say probably yes, because I cannot get to soldier as quick as I would like. So I can get to Tracer and Anna, but I cannot get to soldier very quickly. At least when Hog goes in, I could
Yeah.
get to him and possibly get to Anna, but then I see that I'm out of the open in there. Even if I'm hugging the wall, I'm still kind of out of the open there. Maybe behind where I am, just like a little bit for yeah, where you
Here.
yeah. Yeah, possibly.
Possibly. I would say it's a little bit hard to reach this guy. Maybe.
Yeah. That is my main thing. Like where should I position? Because a lot of the time I think, okay, it's fair good enough position, but it's not the most optimal one, 100%.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I get shattered there.
Yeah.
So
So what are your options? So you will not get shattered while supporting the Hog, Soldier, and the Ana there. Where could you be?
inside the where I am at the moment, but inside the building instead.
Inside the building, possible. No, actually, not bad too, based on where the fight is going. Yeah, it's going towards this corner here-ish, so might be okay. Well, let's name it angle A.
Or angle B would be behind where Hog is, by hugging the wall, I would
This is
say.
interesting. I actually might like that even more. The only thing you need to be careful about is the Genji, but it's
Yeah,
not...
because he can't flank.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not bad thing that they will try to go after you. And this is part about our proactivity. You force those guys to go after you, so you'll be able to fly away, and the rest of those groups might be able to peel. They not necessarily have to, but the thing is, because you position in a certain way, which allows you to fly between the groups, then you can always go back. Yeah, you can always stay safe, and you're also able to support those active groups too. So this here, this is what I like to call 90 angle idea. So basically, when we have our team around position 1, this is going to be their main route. And if you see this main route kind of goes along the street, yeah, maybe here-ish, yeah. So our 90 angles towards this main route, it will be somewhere slightly to the left or somewhere slightly to the right. So we're sort of forming this perpendicular angle, and because we do so, there's generally speaking gonna be more opportunities for you to support multiple groups, because you're always able to switch to front line, you're able to switch to group which is in the middle and go towards the group which is in the back. So see, your flight is kind of, instead of us being like too much in the back like maybe Anna would, let's say like here, yeah, where we're not able to reach the hog, yeah, it would be pretty tough, yeah, and you're not supporting this guy, and this is gonna be exactly this more main angle. But if we on 90 angle, then the things will go easier. It will be easier for you to fly between the groups, generally speaking. I can give you an example, actually. I usually say a bunch of examples for my students. Give me a second. I think there's one good Mercy player I like to give examples to my students. Okay, this is Skiisty. I'm just gonna make sure I move the
Yeah.
video. Yeah. Maybe you also watch them play quite a lot too. But they're really good
Yep.
with this stuff. They're really good with just choosing the right angle, making sure it's 90 angle, and supporting the active groups meanwhile. Yeah. So for example here, you see that the fight starts kind of on this high ground over here, and we have
Yep.
most likely most of your team will be trying to stay on the main route. Yeah, eventually they will try to drop, maybe they will try to stop the point, and there's possibility for you to either hold here, hold there, yeah, and make sure you also have enough cover meanwhile, yeah, and it's gonna
Yep.
be really nice. And you see, because we're choosing this kind of position not on the main but somewhere to the side, so you'll see them exactly flying, even going towards this this building here, yeah, so that allows them to support the person over here, allows them to support B here, and just in case if somebody will be at C. You see what I mean? It's just by being on this 90 angle, we might be able to do quite a lot. And what it does is it might force enemy attention. See this Genji over here? That's kind of similar situation
That's
to
for
what.
her.
Yeah, so this is same situation what could happen to you. This guy might go after you, but because you have opportunities to fly between the groups, you can instantly dodge it with one single Guardian Angel. Obviously, the movement matters a lot. They are the kind of trying to make sure it's not as linear. They go towards the side, and because of it, they're able to dodge it. Yeah, they just again go towards
Yep.
90 angle if possible, not necessarily going back towards the team. You see how we went from A, B, and C, and all of this is not on the main route. Basically, we kind of just flying between those angles, going from 90 to 90 in a way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, does it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Makes
so this
sense.
would be a good example, and this is something what we can always try to apply here. Because that's why we partially get shot because we are on this main lane, and who knows, if you don't get shot maybe it's gonna be easier for you to use your Valkyrie, and then maybe you can carry the fight because of it, because you will get a Raz, or well, at least the Valkyrie can boost your teammates, so it'll be okay-ish too. Okay, now, yeah, so this one is interesting. Yeah, our attention is on the soldier, but I
Marcus are
actually,
really low.
I actually think, yeah, well, he's really low, sure, but who is more active right now? Is this really soldier or is this hog over here? What do you would say?
So we're 100% hog. Yes,
Yeah,
is putting pressure
yeah,
on both of
yeah.
Reinhardt and Genji. Yeah.
Exactly. It's kind of, if we, let me see if I actually will go, but it will be possible. I'm just, okay, never mind. Well, because remember how we talked about that off angles can be the first trigger, and then there's another trigger such as who does more damage as well. But the thing about the off angles, if nobody takes off angle, then you just want to look at who's at least in a more frontline position. It kind of, your attention shifts, ideally, it'll be on off angle first, and then after that, if there's nobody, then we'll go towards the front line. And meanwhile, you can also look at who does more damage. So right now, is there anybody who is taking off angle on your team?
Uh,
while doing damage.
No.
Remember, well, maybe there's a tracer, right? But they're not doing damage yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not as
Yeah, and they're
active
not
right now.
even.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I would.
Uh-huh.
And then Anna has switched to Kiriko. As I would still say Soldier because maybe he could go around on the off angle, but maybe it would be more of a back angle. He could go around the other side.
Yeah, I mean, in
But I don't.
theory, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be then more of a flank than anything else. But yeah, I would say maybe rather Soldier or Hog. And
Yeah.
one of the questions I would say here as well is thinking as you see now, right?
Mhm.
I wanted to help Hog, as I said, because I saw he was critical, and I know that sometimes I can let it go, but I know that our Kiriko is on spawn, so I know that okay, I need to help him somewhere somehow.
Mhm.
But I didn't know where to position. I didn't know if I should position on the left side, just past the bridge, or still inside spawn, just hiding behind the wall.
So if we think about
I
this 90 angle rule, what do you would say?
uh
90 angle is all about not staying the main route, sided to the side, going left,
yeah,
right,
I
being able to support groups.
then probably left side because if Tracer as she is going up there,
Uh-huh.
I could fly to her, I could fly to
Yeah.
Soldier, and still can peek to look and help Hog.
Yeah, just
So
walk past it. Kind of Guardian Angel to here. We go to cover.
yeah, and
Obviously, you might take a little bit of damage, but then if anybody
yeah,
goes after you, you can always react and fly backwards afterward. Afterwards, by the way,
yeah,
if you make the enemy stuck in here, let's say Genji or Ryan goes after you, then this soldier can get slightly more value compared to us kind of playing in here, where the Reinhardt and the both Genji, they can easily push you in the spawn. Yeah, they kind of just getting all of you, the soldier and you, at the same time. But then if we position here, then they have this dilemma. Like we saw that Skisty example where the Genji on the enemy team, they had a dilemma. Either go for the blade for the Skisty, for the Mercy, or they could be just going for someone else. Yeah, but all of that is possible because we're on this more 90 angle in a way. Does it make sense?
that's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does.
And about the triggers, so again, you can always do it like check marks in a way. So you know, okay, nobody's taking off angles. So right now I'm just paying attention who has more aggressive position in a way, frontline position. Well, this guy has frontline position. This guy, well, they slightly more in the back, so we give him, let's say there's gonna be like the cross. Yeah, this is not applicable now. Who does a lot of damage? Well, this is kind of similar. I would say maybe Soldier does even more damage, but at the same time, this guy does a lot of damage too. So you see,
Yeah,
based on the two triggers, you know, this one trigger is not in play right now because they're not in a more frontline position. I would say this would be good enough. Yeah, remember how this example was inside the room? Well, those guys had relatively the same position. So positioning was, yeah, it's just was kind of trying to take this angle over here, and the soldier was preferable because of it. But now this guy is even more active and taking more damage, so go for it. Yeah, I think it's always can be deciding factor too initially, remembering I'm supporting active member, and this guy, because they play more cover and hiding, is not going to be as preferable compared to this hog over here. Stuff like that.
it
Stuff
is.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So exactly like always checking, okay, does the target does pressure? And then after that, we go over the triggers. Burst, I mean, yeah, just amount of damage, and then look at what kind of angle they take. So who knows? Maybe they still die, by the way, but this is fine, because you might force out more of the enemy resources along the way. This is how we think. Yeah.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah?
If the hog was a Reinhardt, for example, would still be applicable the same thing because
Yep.
he's still
Yep.
on the. I see. I see.
Yeah, I would say pretty much is, and it's always gonna be this way where you will be damage boosting until somebody is critical, to simplify it. Yeah, you would see, okay, I damage boost the hog at first, once they go critical, I just want to make sure my attention is on them, because, well, you just want to heal up that, that HP there, they receive a lot of pressure. Yeah. And so your Valkyrie will also get on a play too. You might change the tempo of the fight with that too, potentially. Because now, well, we kind of, it seems that we have to wait because we also, well, we're kind of in the spawn here, but yeah, this can be
So I
okay.
tried to
Yeah.
try to do it just to push and then yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is fine. To initiate, this is alright. Maybe you could be using that even earlier when the hog was under pressure, but just set up quicker and make sure our attention is on the hog a little bit more. That would be okay too. But this fight, yeah, it goes relatively okay. Now, again,
Yeah.
you can make some predictions and think, okay, where the fight takes place and where I can position. Like, let's think. What are your thoughts? Where could you be right now?
I would say I think our tracer was in the back. I would say then on that B position again that we talked about.
Yeah, this
Probably.
could be. Yeah, you can even possibly, once the space will be clear, they can try to move towards here. Maybe using the left building a little bit more would be possible too. Stuff like that. You know, if the map allows you to, as a general rule as well, you can also think about the high guns at all times. Like we saw with the Skisti, like why they're not on the low ground, because verticality always gives you options what to do. You can always drop between the
Yeah.
high, you can always drop from the high gun, but when we on the low ground, then you kind of don't have too many choices. Yeah, basically here we
Yeah.
have a choice to drop without Guardian Angel even, so it can be something what we can do as well. But yeah, let's keep watching. So now it just feels that yeah, probably just being
Yeah.
in a slightly different position. And you see, because you would do so, I actually want you to think about the ways how enemy team can pressure you instead of the enemy team, basically. So, like, if you ever notice that HP is not going down during the fight, but your team is dead, something is wrong. That's how I would put it. So you know that the angle you're choosing is exactly correct. So let's say you would be here, yeah, and then there's a high chance, I don't know, that Genji will go after you. Or maybe there's gonna be, maybe Kiriko who will go after you. Maybe even Ryan, who knows. But because they do so, then they're not paying attention to the rest of these guys. But meanwhile, we can always fly away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Then
yeah.
yeah.
Good attention, that's fine. Yeah, trying to reset over here.
And then Genji for me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Alright, now it's Bastion. It's kind of gonna be interesting at this point because we need to pay attention to the turret quite a lot too, and make sure we're able to support that. The angle feels decent. You're using verticality, sort of this 90 angle, able to support the multiple groups. Your Kiriko's on the left side, so it's not too bad to be here, I think. Yeah, okay. Tension is on the hog. Sure, your hog goes in now, and good support on Bastion right now because they're using turret. Sure, like again, we're looking at the triggers. Who is taking off angle like this guy does? This guy is not taking off angle. This is also not taking off angle. At the same time, this does a lot of damage too. This guy, however, does a lot of damage as well with ultimate. So
Yeah. But
maybe.
he is just
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah, exactly. So this is slightly
Yeah.
better angle for us right now. Yeah, but then afterwards, I would like you to switch your attention. Once this hog is fully healed, probably you will need to switch towards the soldier now. Like maybe because well, it can be maybe if this guy's behind the cover, but still critical. This could also be possible. This is what you could be looking for. So I'm thinking, what is exactly time? Like maybe here, you keep healing, and now. It's, well, you're
Switch.
still in Valkyrie. Well, actually, yeah, with Valkyrie, so it's okay. I was supporting everybody, it seems, but yeah. But ideally, slight more
My
attention.
question is
Uh-huh.
is that kind of healing, kind of juggling. So there you see that I heal him to half health, but I know that because I'm Valk. So I see a critical. I see there, right? So it's half health.
Mhm.
And then I know that because I'm in Valkyrie, I can just switch to damage boost and still be okay, will still be applied. But I think that after that, I switch to Bastion, and it's that kind of thing that it's like, okay, he's half health. Should I let go? He's out of critical. Should I let go? Because sometimes there's the time of that you're healing, they get out of our critical. As soon as you switch a being to someone else, they go back to critical.
Yeah,
And I'm like, ah.
that's the struggle. Yeah, exactly, and that's why you have to be so fast with your decisions there. It's like I'm healing until this matters, and then after that I will be damage boosted and choosing who the damage boost based on the triggers. Exactly. I'm always looking: is it gonna be soldier? Is it gonna be Bastion? Like in here, the Bastion was okay, but then after that it's probably slight more attention to the soldier. You see, like your healing beam is not reaching this guy, so it's right now damage boost this guy. Once he goes critical, then again heal, and then after that you would would probably heal your hog a little bit more because I think they would take a little bit more damage. And meanwhile,
Yeah.
while you're in the Valkyrie, I also want you to take more aggressive position, especially doing that because you're almost invincible. So try to find your 90 angle, maybe even try to go deeper potentially. So instead of you being in the back, like here, then yeah, what you would say? Where could you go right now? Because the fight goes here. What's your 90 angle could be? What is that position you want to aim towards?
Would say where, well, kind of where Kiriko and Soldier are probably, but then I would be behind. I wouldn't. I would miss
This is this is
Bastion, I
this is
believe.
this is the main still. If it would be behind, I think this is still the main because they take this route right now.
Yeah. So if I stayed there where kind of they are, but just hugging the cover, I think I will still be behind Bastion. I don't think that the right side would be any better.
Well,
Don't think.
around here. Well, because think about it this
Yeah,
way.
I would be
Mhm. Yeah.
isolated and I would believe in front of the enemy team. So
Are we really? If we hug in this wall right now, is there's high possibility that are we in front of the enemy right now? If it would be like around the statue, for example.
yeah, I don't think not completely like in front of them, but I believe that Genji could flank me from the left side.
This is true.
Sorry,
And
the right
what's your
side.
response is gonna be if they will try to flank after you?
Fly away
Fly away.
immediately.
Yeah,
Yes.
and think
Yeah.
about what it does. This guy might be using the dash. This guy might be using the deflect, right? And all of this is beneficial to your team. This is what I want you to do. You're choosing those proactive positions so you bait out stuff. Because right now, you're not taking damage at all. And this is usually not, like I said, the best sign. You need to find a position which allows you to bait enemy attention. You like make sure, yeah, I can put it on the list for us actually. Bait enemy attention and take damage. So it's not like intentionally being in front of them, but it's kind of I'm choosing more proactive position with intention of thinking who might go after me so it will benefit my team. By the way, right now the Genji is not in play. Actually, he is really back here. So who realistically will try to peek is this soldier? Imagine he's like, wait, the Mercy is over here. Oh, let me try to shoot her. Imagine he goes here. How it benefits your team now, right? It's just this guy gonna go run over by your hog, by Kiriko, by everybody. So this is kind of what we want to think about a lot. Yeah, I think if we watch Skisty, I think they're quite good with this stuff too. Maybe if we go on this, yeah, once they have ultimate, it's not always what they do because sometimes for some comps it's hard, but you always see they kind of choosing the more proactive position. Like even now, yeah, I'm positioned like more frontline, but I also have cover. I also have that opportunity for me to, just in case, to like use this horizontal structure as my piece of cover and fly between the rest of the groups. Yeah, I'm supporting this active guy. Yeah, and then after, when they have the Valkyrie, they hopefully will try to stay around this high gun here. You see how they take damage here, by the way. This is what happens, should happen ideally. You can take to have HP of your half HP of the damage, especially in Valkyrie, because you self-regenerate and take advantage of that. This is a lot of healing. Yeah, if we don't do that, then it's gonna be tough right now. Yeah, you see, okay, maybe, well, the fight still goes okay. They don't need the Valkyrie. Let's see what they do here. Yeah, it seems that the Doomfist uses ultimate. Yeah, they go for it. They notice, oh, we have an advantage. We need the advantage. But see how aggressive they are with their position in a way. It might seem, well, I'm in the front line because the card is here, and this guy's at the card, they might push me. But this is what you want. Because if they do, then this benefits your team. Makes
I see.
sense.
I see.
Yeah?
I see.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it like this guy didn't even look at her right now, but there's a chance they do, and then you can always kind of try to bait the attention. Like even now, you see this Genji's following us. He was paying attention to us.
Yeah.
So what it does to our surgeon, it's gonna be easier for her to do the shots right now because we've been on this constant constant angle. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Okay, so
You see.
yeah, questions?
So does that imply from the feedback that I got that is take more risks.
Yeah, well, it could be, but you have the exact rules what the risks are. The thing is, when you'll try this initially, you might die a lot, that's okay, but you will figure out how to stay safe in those angles, and this is gonna be our next focus, really, like how to maintain angles. It's gonna be a lot about how to use cover, and your awareness, to be honest. I would say if you're aware of the certain threats and you exactly intentionally baiting certain abilities, then it's gonna be easier for you to stay there. But
Mhm.
if not, if you kind of going in and trying to react to stuff, then of course it's harder. But this is always the first step. Make sure you're at the right position first and figure out how to get the most benefit, have the highest quality possible when you stay at those positions, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, do you have any more questions so far?
No, that's all. That's all for now.
Okay, okay. I'd say like we're kind of really in the back, yeah. Support always feels I shouldn't
Yeah,
take damage, but in reality you should.
yeah.
Take advantage of your self healing. You have the healing passive as support. You have a lot of healing when you Valkyrie. I think this would be really good. Okay, let's think about now what your positioning can be. Right away, where should you be right now? What do you think?
Let's see.
Maybe this is good enough too, but yeah, I don't know. What you would say?
Yeah, yeah. I think it could be better. I maybe say. mm, I'm thinking in the variable of like if I was behind, just right beside the payload behind the weak green bus, right? I could have a look around for Bastion, have Hog and Kiriko there. Could still pick for the soldier,
Are
but
those guys
I'm not.
active right now, though? Because remember, the rules are
No.
we support inactive angles right now. Are those?
Yeah. So
Yes. Uh-huh.
so probably still yes for look for soldier.
Okay.
Because he's still supporting. I'm there and yeah, I think just beside the bus would be a bit better.
Think about it this way: if the fight is gonna be over here, there's gonna be a last fight right now, and this angle is near the bus. It's possible, but is there's an angle with sort of more risk you could take, which allows to bait even more enemy attention and stay safe afterwards? What do you think?
Probably then beside the blue car
Blue
on
car,
the
possible, and add a little bit of verticality, and you might even go over here, honestly. Because the thing is, you're trying to have cover from those guys. That's fine. If somebody will take here, okay, you can maybe go inside the room, or maybe try to use the stairs as you cover, and if something happens, I can always fly away afterwards. Well, it's sort of what I want you to try to experiment, because it's all about the context, and kind of you recognize when you have to leave. Because I would say this soldier alone, it's not like big enough threat. Let's say they put attention to you, like let's say I'm even here, by the way, I'm just hugging this wall and this guy is trying to peek me. How they will try to peek you? Well, they will try to run, maybe go. I think it really requires for them to go so deep so that they will be able to peek you, and because they do that, your hog might get hurt, your soldier might get enough damage done. Stuff like that. That's what I think. But now, oh yeah.
and that question. Also, I was thinking maybe they're in the inside the room as well, where I am, but just inside in the front room. But
Possible.
regardless,
Mm,
regardless of the context, I don't think maybe be good, but regardless of the context, if for example I'm the high ground there as you suggested, right?
uh-huh.
If the soldier pushes in, um, and for some reason my team does not notice, I try to fly away. He gets the kill on me.
Well, the
Who
thing is,
does?
it's always gonna be why he gotta kill us. Yeah, maybe because the thing is, you
Yeah.
can always drop half HP before you leave, sort of. So the question
Mhm.
is, could we live enough of that damage, even a little bit of damage? Let's say you just take 50 damage or like 60 damage. Yeah, even that still benefits your team, even though they don't notice that soldier. At least their attention was on you, and you've been able to live. And because their attention was on you, then your team was not taking damage, sort of. Yeah, but
See,
also
see, see.
yeah, it's also kind of meanwhile while they try to reach you, it also takes time. It takes time, and
Yeah.
they're not doing all the damage towards your team too, in a way. Like
Mhm.
watch with Kisti, right? They're always on those more aggressive angles there, and it's so good.
Yeah.
if we just able to like divert the attention. You see, like how during this fight we almost took no damage. It's just like at the start of the fight we're gonna do so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always good sign, good rule of thumb. At least a little bit of damage. Yeah, ideally
Mhm.
50% of your HP should be. It's like again not intentionally. You're trying to play cover, but yeah, it sort of will happen because the enemy will try to get to you. You need to think about those options. For example, now you know that your team takes fight here. Okay, what is that angle you can fly towards right away? So it might bait some enemy attention. 90 angle.
Probably on again that B section.
Ah yeah, over here.
Or yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not bad, not bad.
The B section because that could force. I see Genji there. It could force him to go back down to try to get me. Could even be maybe inside the building. Will force him to get into there, and soldier is right in front. Um, let me see.
Mhm.
Yeah. Maybe even underneath the high ground where Hog is, I
Might
would say.
be. It just feels kind of a little bit clumped up in this area in this case. If you're gonna be under, and there's Ryan too, but yeah,
Oh, I see. I
it's
see.
like you also want
So
to have a little bit of distance. Usually, like make sure they chase you a little bit too. It's
yeah. So yeah, because that would be in the face of
yeah.
Ryan Harper, basically. But yeah, I would say being I would probably will try then if it's to take more damage. My default would be where I
Oh, you
am right
actually
now.
went there, yeah. You just do it
I
faster. Yeah,
know.
make sure you do it right away.
Yeah.
Like, do it faster, you done it. But see, this is what happens. You actually done it, see, you take a little bit of damage. This guy, wait. The Mercy is over here, but because you have cover, you have enough time to regenerate your Guardian Angel. And while this guy is chasing you, he's like, okay, I'm gonna catch this Mercy. And now, no. You cannot catch me, because I have the Guardian Angel, I'm flying away. And guess what? This guy is completely lost now. This guy's out of the fight. So this benefits your team. They can get the rest of those guys. This is what you
I
need to do more,
see. I see.
right there. That was good example right
I
there.
see.
Yeah. This
And
guy's
then
like, let's play it. Yeah, maybe it didn't work out. I think just a little bit of movement with verticality would benefit you. It's like probably try to use the jump, maybe try to go above. I think to show them off a little bit, and that would maybe cause you to stay alive here. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, other than that, I think a lot of the times our attention's been on pretty, well, on the right people, but I think if you have better positioning, at the same time with awareness based on the triggers, it could allow you to support the right person better. Like we said, flying between the
Mhm.
groups, making sure that I'm baiting attention because you taking that more 90 angle as well, and it'll be easier, really. It'll be much, much better. Okay, yeah, this is where we're like, yeah, let's go Juno. And again, it's not bad. Well, honestly, this comp is a little bit confusing though for the Juno because
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw that they went Zenyatta, and I know how Zenyatta is with Mercy, so I was like, okay, well, I it will be very stretching to do that. So then that's why I went Juno just to kind of have a bit more input of healing. But that was it.
you know, honestly, does your team even need a lot of healing though? Like,
I
would you?
believe not from Soldier, but maybe Sigma. I know that he has the shield, but I just thought, okay, well, let's do Juno. Didn't
Yeah,
have much thought process there after the first fight, so
yeah, because honestly, the thing is, and this is something what we can talk about too, is just your tinker position is more longer range oriented. So whenever there's more poke capabilities, you notice there are more long range kind of guys. Like Sigma is more of a long range. This guy benefits out of just taking long fights because of the turret, yeah, just building the poke. This guy 100% just again poke. This is also poke. You usually
yeah.
benefit more out of the characters which are more pokeish, so do a lot of damage, or complementing the characters which do a lot of damage, like supporting their damage. That's why Mercy here is actually not bad, because the thing about support is you need to set up your win conditions around the damage anyway, because you never can
Yeah.
outkill incoming damage. It's always
Yeah.
going to be more beneficial to find a way to support damage numbers first. So Mercy could work. Yeah, it might be tough as healing, but you don't need it with this comp. You kind of just
Mhm.
need to kill the enemy and make sure you have enough damage output. So it would be kind of like it was
I see.
before, attention on soldier. And then after that, you may also support Zenyatta, Sigma, Tor, depending on who does more damage right now. Just look at the cooldowns, look at Zenyatta's right click, yeah, the Sigma Rock, maybe the Torb's E. If they use that, then
Yeah,
go for the support on him. But other than that, I think June is pretty tough here because you also have the speed ring and your teammates are not
don't really need
benefiting.
heal.
Yeah,
Yeah, with
they,
the speed. Yeah.
yeah, if you would have Brawl, that would be really good. If you would have any sort of like Rhine, Reaper, all of that stuff, why not? Why not? Let's do that. But with this, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
bit tough.
Mm.
Okay, yeah, anyway, what we can do possibly? We could try to do one game with the Mercy where you try to take 90 angles, maybe? And then we can try to discuss how that went a little bit. Does it sounds good with you, or do you have any other questions?
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay, then let's do that. You can screen share and let's see how the game is gonna be.
Sure thing.
Yeah, again, obviously, don't expect it to be like right away to be perfect. You might also lose the focus on maybe some other things, but it's fine, honestly. Just the more you try, the more you play, the easier it's gonna be eventually. Again, our progress shouldn't be determined based on rank too. You might lose some of the games initially when you're trying to put something into the practice. Yeah, it just takes time for your working memory to process everything, and then once it's processed, you will be putting everything in the long-term memory. It will be more automatic anyway. Like we saw with
Mhm.
that top of hundred player there. Yeah, it's not that they are playing a certain way. It's more like general concepts which we need to be able to apply and use more, and then it's gonna be good. I know the Mercy is pretty tough, but I think this is one of the best ways to think about the carrying. Like I paid attention and enemy uses stuff on me, and that becomes kind of more offensive. Well, it's kind of similar to like if with Ana you do damage and you nade somebody, it forces cooldowns, right? With a Mercy, it will be a lot of attention is on you, so that's why you force out the cooldowns, you bait out something. So there's definitely going to be a part of that too, besides healing our team, yeah, besides supporting, just active members, like we said. Yeah,
So, for example, if anything, at anything, but it's kind of fishing into boundaries of like rivals. For example, if
oh yeah.
you force a DPS to go to you to make plays on you, it's more beneficial because you're taking that away a little bit of that tension and stuff.
100%. If you do it in the right space, obviously, too.
Yeah,
If your team
yeah,
can benefit out of it, even though sometimes they don't, yeah, they don't notice, but they don't care because they still wasted a cooldown. So those cooldowns are not going towards your teammates. They are not affected
I
by those
see, I see.
cooldowns. Yeah. In
Yeah,
Rivals,
okay. So I see.
especially.
So that is more important because is that kind of balance for me to know what's more important because sometimes I'm like, okay, as I asked you, if that soldier actually committed to me, tried to kill me, and my team didn't notice, and he did manage to get the kill, I would think, oh, did I play badly there
Mm,
because he actually get to kill me?
yeah,
Or
yeah,
let's say questions for free. Did my team benefit from that, or not really because he managed to kill
yeah.
me, right? And now we're down on support, for example.
Yeah,
Let's say.
exactly. There will be two questions, right? Right, like you said, it's just if my team was benefiting, that is good, and then also finding ways to why they while they're pushing you, how do I stay alive? So I can take that pressure and make sure I'm continuously supporting, right? Kind of
Mhm.
taking more risks, like it was said
Yeah.
to you before. I think it was really good way of thinking. It's just I'm exactly choosing the proactive position. I'm exactly forcing those guys to do something, and this benefits your team. Yeah, ideally, of course, like I said, you might get killed a lot initially, but it's fine. You will
Yeah.
figure out how to be safe for a second. You always try to figure out how to carry first. And carrying, like trying to actually bait stuff and be proactive, is the hardest stuff but the most important too. Once you figure that
Mhm.
out, the figuring out how to stay alive there will be easier. It's just all about the quality, and that's why we
Mhm.
can talk about that in the actual session too, in the next one, if you're gonna have any problems. Okay.
Yeah. No, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Are you? Yeah. Do you want to do any sort of warm up or?
I can do. I usually don't because as is Mercy. I can do Mercy parkour.
Ah, yeah. Well, just in case if you won't be playing other characters too. Maybe the Mercy will get banned, but yeah.
Always. Usually I try to do. I don't know if Vaxta is the best one.
Baxter is good. Yeah, Baxter is good. I think I remember the one I saw the ice stacks thing you had. This is also good.
Yeah. So just kind of try do a little bit of Kiriko because she's uh the worst for me to learn because I do not know projectiles aim very well.
Hmm. Makes sense, makes sense. Well, honestly, if you
I
have your hero pools such as Mercy, Juno, Kiriko, then I think you'll be able to be suitable in any situations too, because Mercy is
yeah
like more for bow compositions, Juno is more for brawl, and Kiriko is more for dive. So basically, whatever composition you're gonna have, it's gonna be always benefiting you. So
yeah
yeah, the big thing with Kiriko is reading the movement, make sure that you anticipate where they're gonna go, and then you're gonna be exactly positioned in the crosshair accordingly. And the big thing there is trying to have that trigger discipline. So exactly click when it matters instead of spamming the shots like you do here. Yeah, you take the time to hit the shots, but there's also additional a pattern reading needs to be done. Like, see, this
yeah
guy is strafing left, right, and sometimes they jumping. So once they strafe left and right here, then you can kind of predict this pattern and place your crosses somewhere in between that pattern. Like, see here, they again
I
strafing.
see.
Because the only pattern like this guy is only doing here is they strafe left, right a little bit, then they crouch, and then they jump. This is what they do in the map. So you can look at this and predict. Yeah, like the jump is relatively easy, but here, yeah, try to
Yeah.
when they do the strafes, yeah, you just try to place the cross in between the strafes, and it'll be click right,
Oh,
yeah,
I see. So it's in between. That's my main thing. I'm trying to like follow them,
yeah. Don't try to
and
follow
then
the target, but try to anticipate where the target will go and place the cross ahead. This is sort of what you
I
want to
see.
do. This,
It's hard for me to kind of think about that, and I'm like,
yeah, slightly
you know,
ahead, yeah, and then it's gonna be good. Like, see, this solution, the only thing they do is they strafe left and right, and they also sometimes
yeah.
jump too.
And then I was like, okay, you predict their movement, but when is erratic like that? How do you do it? And I'm like,
Yeah. No, well, it's obviously a lot about the practice too. The more time you invest,
Mm,
the easier it is gonna be too. Okay,
yeah,
Napa, well, it's a good map in general. Should be okay. Might be a little bit tough for the Mercy in the enclosed areas, but other than
yeah,
that, it should be okay. Anyway, oh, well, we have the Genji. More likely, it will be the good angle for us to support. Okay, well, anyway, our focus is trying to find 90 angles with cover, baiting the
okay,
attention, and if
okay,
enemy will go after you, then you will try to fly away with a guardian
okay.
angel. Again, don't be
Mhm,
afraid to die. Again, it's fine. You need to do some of the testing there by yourself, so it will be more
mhm,
intuitive
okay.
when you will be practicing. Yeah, like I said, don't look at the rank, look at the concepts. If you're able to apply something what we talked about in most of your games, this is what matters. But again, our goal is not even to get to you at like to 80% or like even 100%, but just make sure you do certain concepts slightly better. If you're doing that 5% better at least, then it's already a big win. So we could be, we'll be moving in ranks eventually because you're able to do that. It's gonna be
Yep.
okay. Yeah. Okay, so we have Echo. Well, maybe not.
Never mind.
And maybe Soldier. Okay. Soldier will be good angle for us to support. Wuya mostly might be in Ryan, but we'll see, we'll see. I would say probably Soldier Reaper. This is our first targets. But then you're gonna be choosing this exactly 90 angles. Again, look at the context, how far you are from the enemy team and all of that. And should be good. Okay. Let's see how is that gonna go.
Yeah.
And think right away ahead of time. Your team will try to take top. Where you gonna go? So this will be the 90 angle. Okay, it seems that Soldier takes a little bit different route. Maybe you can follow, but then think. Where can he go? Mm-hmm. This could be okay-ish. Yeah, under the bridge or on the bridge would be fine. Just keep the support and the active guys as much as possible.
Ooh.
Alright, alright. Yeah, this is not bad. Make sure you go towards your team now. Yeah. If they're all the main, then you choose just go after the frontline guy.
Oh.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Like,
Yep.
you still
Okay.
got some percentages there. Well, let's see
Oh,
how the next fight is gonna be. They have some, well, some long-range guys, so it's mostly the Ashe you need to be aware of, be careful
yep.
about, and then the Cassidy who might push you the short range. So once they do, you can try to fly away a little bit. Okay. Everyone starting on the main. You choose the best target here. Just who does the most pressure, basically, and you be okay. Cassidy on the left, yeah. HP pack, good. Cassidy's down.
Oh, fuck.
Escape route, okay, close. Get a little bit
Yeah,
lost there.
try to get to Ryan,
Yeah,
but he.
that's
Oh
alright.
well.
Yeah, against the Ryan, there's a lot, like, about keeping distance and make sure that you go up a little bit more. If you're able to, then it's gonna be cool. I think it's gonna be hard for them to reach, kind of have the escape option.
And now they switch to Tracer.
Okay, that's fine. Most attention will be in the Reaper and Ryan then, maybe.
Okay.
And always damage boost the 5 strikes too. Okay, like, let's think. Where are we gonna be here? Yeah, your team is dead, but still trying to support the most active guys if possible. We cannot get Ryan, so we're only in the Reaper right now. You have the Valkyrie, so think about that as well. You can definitely go more aggressive mode, yeah? Like, make sure attention is gonna be more on you.
Yeah.
Yep. So our goal will be really not to be stuck on main when you will use the Valkyrie. Make sure you kind of walk past your team, probably. Okay?
So my idea would be this.
You can
I can
try.
get to them.
You can try, yeah. Make sure you kind of play on the... Yeah. Okay? Yeah, this is good. You see, like, you tanked all that attention. This is fine, to be honest. Because some of the... You instant regenerate that. You see how fast it is, right? You took more than half HP damage there. The enemy team, they just doing slightly better here, but it's okay. It sometimes
Yep.
happens. Not every game is possible to win for us, too. But it's okay.
Yep. No.
You know,
Answer.
sometimes if you notice that you cannot just... if you would be taking an angle, it takes too long. It's also not too bad to start on main, but then make sure you kind of fly a little bit past your team, kind of towards the space you want to take. Like we talked about the Numbani. Yeah, well, it's alright, that's alright.
Yep.
Yeah, I know there's sometimes it might feel tough, like a lot of the things we talk about too, but it's okay, honestly. Like we,
Yep.
especially this map too. I think this might be a little bit
I
complicated.
don't like this map that much.
Yeah, usually you would try for this map. The Juno pack would be really good, I would say, generally speaking, because you're able to speed boost your team in and out, and you also benefit because, well, you're able to sustain your team, like the brawl guys, a little bit more. Well, now you have Ashe. I'm not sure if you're gonna have Widow here, but if you have Ashe Widow, then most attention is on them, and sometimes we're flying towards the Mauga. Sometimes, yeah. Okay, let's think about our 90 angle. By the way, maybe it's gonna be the bridge on the left side first. You can take that. Maybe it's gonna be even angle away from point. If I mean on the point, if everybody's on the bridge. You see, we're kind of behind our team now. Yeah, like even here. Yeah, this is better. This is better. Exactly. 90 angle. This is good. Now, attention is an Ashe or Widow. Mostly. Of course, if this... Okay, close. Might maybe get a rest there. See if possible. Maybe not. Good. We baited the charge right there, by the way. This is great. Okay. Right, okay. We're sustaining. That's the only thing we need. Supporting the Ashe meanwhile. Now we go. She tanked quite a lot of the attention there. Attention
yeah, so
yeah.
now...
Yeah, we're good. It's just as soon as your Ashe has good angle, good line of sight, your attention can go on them. If not, then it can go on anybody else, really. Not sure, it's really hard to play those poke characters. The Widow Ashe is really hard. So yeah,
Yeah,
you try your hardest here. Let's see. Maybe they can make the difference. If they get a few picks there, then it would be good.
I die here. Yep.
That's okay. It's just so
Yeah.
much Inklo space on this map. I understand it's tough. Yeah.
I know.
That's okay, that's okay. If we have our Valkyrie though, you can push with that. Maybe try to find this more aggressive angle. Abashian
Yep.
too can support the turret
Yeah.
mode. Okay, okay, they're using turret. Mauga goes in. Valkyrie is good. Nice, okay, okay. We doing alright here. Just maybe trying to recharge again, most likely. Yeah, stabilize. Yeah, okay. Yeah, our team, well, with this team is gonna be tough. I think it's
Yeah.
just you have a lot of
Unfortunately.
poke. You have a lot of poke here, but it's okay. That's why it's like sometimes might feel hard this Mercy because you don't have too much offensive utility.
Yeah.
It's okay though. Might get a res there. Yeah. Good res there. Careful of the pop. Okay. Yeah, we can tank a little bit of that. Yeah, well, good. Okay, 90 angle. Support the Ashe. What are your 90 angle option here? Where could we be? Maybe even,
Here.
yeah, go deeper. Well, to take HP pack, fly away after. Yeah, it's okay. Nice. Okay. Well, we, yeah, a little bit tough map, but honestly, it's still something we can go over a little bit. Maybe find few things for us to talk about based on what we mentioned, I think would be
Yep.
fine. Okay, can you send me the code? Yeah, let's watch that. All right.
Get up here and there you go.
You see,
Germany.
it was kind of difficult to also get the Razes too, right? Because of the how this space is so enclosed. That's why you just have to find the best right time to go for it. Yeah, and make sure that your teammates will not die meanwhile. If you know that there's gonna be opportunity for you to get a Raz while nobody's watching, then sure. Let's see. Okay, our first fight right away. So I'm thinking, like this here. Yeah, what are your thoughts actually? Should it be here rush still with a soldier? Should it be? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Where should we be positioned right now? What do you would say?
So I went for that corner to make sure that no one shot me from the top there.
Uh huh.
But then you saw that I tried to go inside the little house to make sure I have vision on Ryan, and
Uh
that's
huh.
why I saw that he was low. That was my fault as I was trying to play there because I see that he does some pressure on Mercy. Mercy's right in front of
Yeah,
me. That's
see
weird.
that multiple active angles now, right? There's a soldier. We kind of take an angle with them initially, which is not bad. They do a lot of damage, but at the same time, there's a Reaper, and there's sort of gonna be Ryan going towards the stairs. What do
Yeah.
you think if we try to just at least like go here right away, just for the second, and then drop if something happens? Would that could that work? Maybe. What do you would say?
Yeah, that would be probably better because then I could see Reaper and Ryan
Yeah.
quicker
Yeah.
than where I was.
Yeah, and just in case something will go wrong, always you can always drop. That's why you have this piece of cover. You're thinking, how can I remove the enemy line of sight by just using any close piece of cover near me? So don't be afraid, kind of like in here. Yeah, again, we might take damage, but I think there's also a big chance he will not because the Ryan goes in right now. There are multiple active angles, and because we're here, you will be able to scout just who does more, and you'll be able to support them sooner. Like this guy needed attention like right now, most likely. And if you use
Yeah,
second
right away.
earlier, yeah, it's gonna be easier. And all of this kind of adds up together, honestly. All of this will add up because you will heal the Swine faster. Maybe your team will be able
Yeah.
to do slightly more towards that space too. But yeah, that we switched to the Ryan totally made sense. After that, we went after the Soldier. That's okay. A little bit tough when we are all in this space. So this is all about the context here
Yeah.
again. I'm thinking... Well, so you're not as clumped up, but at the same time, we need to be able to support all those guys. What do you think is your option with the position now? Where could we be? Where should we be?
Then I
Mm.
would say just yeah, where you put the camera before.
Ah, yeah,
just
maybe
just
here?
on the left. Yeah,
Oh,
maybe there or on the other side.
possibly, yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, it's just kind of this 90 angle here might feel a little bit awkward because of your team will go towards the point. So maybe it's like you start at least, let's say I'm going right side and I'm at least seeing the Reinhardt, I'm seeing those guys. But just in case if they will go inside the room, then you can try to switch and just make sure you'll have good angle on them there too. It's just, yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate with the...
Yeah,
It's,
I went there then after, but then I saw okay, I can't fly to Ryan, can't fly to Reaper. I
yeah.
could then try to slingshot myself through
And see, this
Booyang.
guy
So
takes a lot of damage too right now, right? And it's
yeah,
just the slight more attention. I think where we went here is good. Just do it faster and more attention on the critical guy over here. And then after that, you would switch towards the front line pretty much. Maybe even position in the main. Again, sometimes the map will not allow you to take exactly 90 angle, but you always need to understand like why. Why is it the case? Maybe we walk into the choke. Maybe we just kind of clamped up on the point. Sure, then just pay attention to whoever is the most front line. And this is going to be more soft angles. Maybe you're going to be closer to this wall. Yeah, still kind of trying to go towards 90. If my team is over here, attacking suit in this direction, or like I'm going towards the right wall, stuff like that. Just depending on the context where my angles are. Let's say if you have somebody on the right, A, B, then you probably would stay C. So I'm between those guys. If there would be
yeah,
somebody, let's say my team is again on A, and then somebody takes angle B, then I'm gonna be on C. If somebody will be in the high ground, then he probably will play here, and then depending on situation, it kind of bounce between the high grounds. Yeah, you can always choose to commit to here or go above. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be good soldier angle usually, or maybe even Reaper. Sometimes if they will try to flank stuff like that. Yeah, now now became a little bit tough.
unfortunately.
Yeah. That's why this comp, I feel like it's just also
Yeah, it's when I talk to you about that. Sometimes I think I believe there just needs to be a bit more flexible because like sometimes it's just
yeah, this
very
this
tough.
this is one part of the problem too. Yeah, this is just something you can think about going forward. Obviously, for the sake of practice and the mercy, we went over here. But I think Juno pick here is really good. It was the brawl guys. If you ever know the close range comps you play with, really good. Just speed boost them in. Make sure they're slightly more sustained too. Well, you also have Wu Yang, so I think your idea is still try to shoot an enemy as much as possible too. Meanwhile, but
Yeah,
yeah, you can definitely make it easy. Yeah, good dodge in the Cassidy there, and then your Reinhardt goes in. Yeah, it became a little bit tough. I think with this, yeah, it's just we kind of got stuck in this space,
yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah, is there a way for you to escape from this? What do you think? How can you live through this?
Because I tried to go to Orion there immediately because that's what I was trying to do, and instead I fucked up my GA there and I bumped into Ryan,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I lost my momentum. But I would have definitely just backed it up a little bit more from where I
Uh-huh.
was
Yeah,
instead of committing right in
yeah.
front.
Exactly. That is a lot if you play
Because
against... Yeah, continue.
basically I just put myself in front of Ryan, which makes him way easy to kill me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, exactly right. It's just a lot of verticality. If you're able to use the high grounds to your advantage, then I think it will be really good. Here, well, this, yeah, it just feels that who do we support? Yeah, do we support the Swine? Do we support the Wuya? This
Yeah,
Wuya
I
still
tried to go to
dies.
Ryan, and then I couldn't reach him because he was getting out of my line of
Yeah,
sight. So I was
yeah,
like, sure.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, have only Wu Young right here right now, and he's taking out actively damage. But I want to
Let's...
go to Reinhardt. But
Yeah,
yeah,
let's think about the other angle too, by the way. You see that tracer over here, right? And what do you would say? if we try to position between active angles in the way in theory, like being able to support them, who's more active right now? This, yeah, let's just say angle A, angle
We're
B,
young and
angle
trace.
C. Yeah. Hmm.
I'm going A 100% because Tracer is behind.
Yeah.
100% shooting the Reinhardt
And
and the Cassidy.
the
And Wu
same
Young.
time Wu Yang. Yeah, exactly. So this is something what you can think about too. I know it's like hard to judge in the game, but once you can anticipate where you guys are, try to track them, and potentially you can support them slightly longer. Like let's say I would be positioned somewhere around here, rush on the stop, and then there will be high chance that you support the Tracer faster. And maybe she will not die. Maybe she still will. Who knows? But at least we tried
Yep.
our best there. And then after that, we can switch towards the Ryan the Reaper. It seems that your team kind of staggered there though, so I'm not sure you guys gonna
Yeah.
be able to win this fight. But yeah, anyway, just small things like that. All of it adds up to carrying as a Mercy. This is a big thing. The Valkyrie idea was good. I think maybe let's see if we are. Yeah, what have we been waiting for? So this guy's 3 people. We're waiting for the Wu Yang. Okay, and where's our Junkrat? Oh, everybody. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he's inside
everybody's in
there,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so it's not bad. I think the team pushes in. It's just a little bit unfortunate because this guy takes a lot of damage. Just some small things to recognize. Sometimes if you know that there's maybe not too much sustain your second support can provide, maybe it can be even okay to like start here, but then you can find a way to like do either this or like fly through towards this because the Wuyan's still not in the position, I think. But yeah, the idea is good. Maybe if we just have the Wuya and then you go above, I think that would be cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, your team.
Was on their core, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about that charge either. But see, like, you're able to tank so much. See how your HP went down? It's just so... It went to 70
Yeah.
and you instantly get healed. Well, partially because of the young too. But then, you just with self-healing, there's just so much healing output to have. That's insane. You're
Yeah.
almost kind of unkillable. If you know that you engage in the rest of your team and you take damage, which is non-critical, then I think it's gonna be fine most of the time. Or situations like that. Okay, well, the first map has been a little bit tough. Unfortunately, the second map is also kind of a little bit too enclosed. And you guys had not the most ideal comp here. It's still possible to play, but yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, actually in Syria, the Mercy is not bad. With the Widow and Ashe, Juno, yeah, I'm not sure right now. If they would be playing some sort of more brawl-ish characters, then sure, Juno can be okay. Yeah, anyway, we're choosing this at least a little bit of 90 angle. Yeah, supporting the Ashe. This has been looking really good. Unfortunately, Anna died. What do you would
Yeah.
say? Like, is there a time you think that you could be rising this Anna? What do you would say? Or like, is it still kind of, let's try to support the Wu Yang, oh, sorry, the Mao guy
The,
there. What do you
yeah.
think?
Because he jumped into the point. That's why you see that I
Yeah.
went that way to try to help him. Because in ideal world, I would say, well, we are down a support. We need Anna
Yeah.
because I can't sustain him by myself.
Yeah,
But
becomes
I know
tough.
that if I went for that res, he would have died way quicker.
Yeah, I think this is true. Yeah, they just take a lot of damage, and your attention is always on the proactive guys. If there's nobody who is like active, then sure, you can go for the res, probably. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
think this is true. Yeah, it's tough, definitely. Like this is a good example though. You see this position here, 90 angle right now, because this guy is not able to go after the Widow and Ashe. Now they can sneak in a little bit more value. Who knows, they get a pick there. Actually, your Widow does. Yeah, I know we still kind of lose this fight, but this is beneficial. You see, you dodge this. Be careful when flying towards the Rhine, towards the Rhine though, right away. Yeah, maybe try to dodge it like by going left, right first, but then I think this is decent. This is a really good example of what we can always aim to do more as much as possible. Attention the Widow made sense. They died. That's fine. Attention on Ashe after. It was really good. Tanked a lot of damage there, actually. Switching between the heal damage boost. This went okay. I think we're pretty strong at this, actually. Damage versus damage. Sorry, damage boost versus the healing too. So definitely shows we've been putting some work before. Probably discussed that as well with the, like, we mentioned with Spyler, for example, right? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Also I do what KSD does as well, which I have my primary bound to damage boost.
Yeah.
which is
Oh, yeah.
something that I
That's
try
a
to
good
do.
habit. Yeah, this is a good
Yeah.
habit. Kind of similar
I
to the Kyria. Yeah.
Yeah, I have done for a lot of Kyria as well. I have it as well, but yeah, I have done that ever since because it's like my default thing. And then when I need healing, okay, they're critical, heal, okay, default back to damage boost.
Yeah, yeah, really good habit to be honest. I think
Yeah,
it should be. Yeah, it helps for sure. Yeah, by default, damage boost makes sense. This guy does damage. A little bit tough for us to break through, but, well, anyway. Trying our best. Good support in this angle here. Unfortunately, we not managed to live here. I'm not sure why.
yeah,
We're all in close space too. Um,
yeah,
yeah, it's like in here, still possibly. If you know this happens, then probably still try to kite create the distance. It's probably that you need to move towards this direction. You kind of will be flipping the map,
yeah.
and then you will be needing to deal with this ash. And hopefully, if you pocket this ash here with this mercy
We
pocket,
can kill.
anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe, yeah, it still can make the difference. Maybe it will not, but at least we tried our hardest to dodge whoever is chasing us. Yeah, making sure we have enough distance, and then after that, you can switch to the good target after. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, well, anyway, this is fine. Right, we went over quite a lot today, I think. Might be good time to summarize. Well, first of all,
Mhm.
are there any questions for this game in general, or everything
Uh,
made sense?
nope, everything made sense, and it helped me think a little bit more about the 90 angle there, which it's something that I do, but not very often, as you see.
Yeah, no, it's all right. We're doing pretty decent, and just practice makes perfect, so it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. Okay, if we try to summarize, what would be your main takeaways from this session?
Number one, as in the summary way, just yeah, take more risks, be more proactive with things, which is the way I was trying to find it, but I didn't know exactly how to. But that is a really good example because I never thought about a 90 angle, like making sure that I have everyone on my light outside while I'm also under over cover and stuff. Yeah, and who look at it? Okay, who's taking the most active role right now? How can I support them, but also keep an eye on my team? Yeah, it sounds good. And then the 90 help to kind of visualize this more like in terms of map, and then see where your team are, see where you are, see who is active, and okay, this is the right position right now. And then of course it changes when the fight, uh, when the team engages or disengages, but that is a good rule of thumb to kind of have in mind.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, exactly, exactly. Kind of gonna be staying those 90 angles a little bit more. At the same time, positioning between active groups, really important. Active groups, not just between every
yeah,
group, but active, especially. Activity,
mhm,
you can, that's why awareness will help out a lot as well. We'll talk about
yeah,
just tracking the enemy team, maybe scouting the right people, like even cooldowns, the threats, so you'll be able to anticipate who will take a lot of pressure, so you'll be able to position between them. Like we saw in that first map example, we talked about the Tracer Wu Yang, yeah? They've been more active
yeah,
compared to Ryan, even though it felt like, well, this Ryan takes angle, but at the same time, we always, first of all, need to see, oh, who is doing pressure, who is under pressure, sort of, and
yeah,
then decide based on the triggers, kind of. This is how
yeah.
I want to go. Okay,
Because
okay,
my head there at that moment with the Ryan, I was like, okay, he's gonna go there, he's gonna die. Okay, I need to go with him, but not thinking that the other people that were more active are taking more damage at that moment and being more active in doing more damage. So yeah,
exactly,
you're
exactly,
you're right.
exactly. Yeah, I think that will be good. The thing we do pretty well was damage boosting, healing, the critical people. Yeah, this feels okay. So keep that in mind while supporting all the active guys, all the active targets, and should be good. But yeah, other than that, yeah, just gonna keep playing, gonna keep practicing, and when you're gonna be practicing all the concepts, make sure that you choose one concept at a time. Really just think about
Mhm.
one specific or maybe two specific things when you go in a game, so this way it makes it easier. Don't try to like fix everything, just one step at a
Yeah.
time, really. And if there are gonna be any questions after, you can send me the message. You can send me the timestamps, like in a way, a 5:27 timestamp. Ask the question
Mhm.
what my position should be. Should I be supporting this person? Not. Yeah. Or just any niche
Mhm.
stuff. To feel free to
Yep.
take advantage of that. That's all good. This should
Mhm.
help you a lot too. And yeah, for the future,